Good morning everybody. It is Monday the 29th of June. It's assembly number 14 and I'm not filming from my office again today. You might be wondering which location this is. We're in my kitchen at the moment and I think parents will understand this probably more than children, but filming the assemblies and uploading them to YouTube from my phone has eaten away at my internet data. So I am nearly left with nothing left for the end of the month, so I'm going to be filming from home from now on and uploading in the mornings. So we've got a very exciting week this week because we welcome back some more children into school, and I'll be looking forward to seeing your faces and saying hello to you and settling you in as quickly as possible over the next few days. Some people will be coming in just one day a week, some people will be coming in for a few days a week, and so on. So it's going to be really nice to see some more faces as we see how the next few days and next few weeks go up until the end of term. Now I'm going to try and add a few links into the video this week. So today we've got 2 links to add. By the time I upload it, I'll have figured out how that actually works. But the 2 links that I'm going to add should come up in the description below. So there's a link to the Lincolnshire games on Wednesday, and there's also a link to a video which comes under our fact for today. Okay, so before we get started, let's just show you a picture of Karis, who had a birthday. Karis from class 1 had a birthday the other day, and you might remember Bethan had her birthday a few weeks ago. So they're both, Karis and Bethan, you have your birthdays very close together, and it looks like you got just what you wanted. You look as happy as you can be on your bike with your Barcelona shirt. You look fantastic. So have a look at the picture now. That's great. Thanks for sending that in. So I'm also going to show you now a picture that we've got one of our designs for the windmill competition. This one, Summer and her mum used an app to help them design the logo. It is looking really good. See what you think too. There are still a few days left for you to put your designs in, and I know that we've been sent some in as well, which I've got to look at over the next few days. So thanks very much for sending them in, everybody. Another reminder today, 2 o'clock for Mrs. Howsham's Zoom, and it will be tomorrow at 9:30 for Mr. Flynn, not 9 o'clock like it was last week. And don't forget, teachers are asking you to do a few things ready for your Zoom meetings. So shall we get on with our words of the day? So the first word today is the word crumble. Crumble is something that can break or fall apart into small pieces or smaller parts. Now our medium word is the word unforgettable, something that is impossible to forget. It could be a memory or a moment or a person or a fact, something that you could just never forget. And finally, the third word, the word revenge. Revenge is an act in return of injury or offence. If somebody's done something to you, you take action back to them because you think getting revenge is the right way to behave. It's not always the right way to behave, as you know. Revenge can feel sweet for a moment, but it doesn't work out in the long term most of the time. So there are your 3 words. And to talk to you a little bit about why I think spelling is so important and why I'm giving you these words of the day, look at how wrong things can go if you don't learn to spell. Just have a look at this. This is a picture from a pool, a shared pool in America. Just have a look at this. That's what happens when you don't spell properly. Now, that's probably a bit more for the Key Stage 2 children, but can you imagine the danger? Can you imagine the problems caused by a note like that due to the carnivorous? The carnivorous what? That's why spelling's so important. Okay, so I mentioned a link earlier in the video. As we know, on Wednesday, 10 o'clock in the morning, it's the Lincolnshire Virtual Schools Games Finals. We are one of 9 schools in the area that is represented, and we have 2 children. I can't think of any other school in our area that has 2 children in the finals. So not only are we keeping our fingers crossed for Finley and for Kiva, but also there are some famous people. There's a Paralympian, Richard Whiteman, who's going to be making a speech, and also Natalie Pangari from the GB netball team. So a few famous athletes there, and it'd be great for all of us to tune in and give everybody their support. I know that we'll be tuning in when we're in school. Okay, so that link for how to join will be live on the Wednesday morning, but you've got it there for you. Okay, Fact of the day. Right, so we've talked a bit about spelling. Let's talk about times table rock stars. So at the end of last week, a new Guinness World Record holder was created after 700 official attempts at the world record for the fastest times table rock star, a child who's 10 years old, who lives in Nottingham. His name is Nadoob, and he was able to get 196 correct answers, multiplication and division, in his 1 minute. That is more than 3 per second. You really do have to see it to believe it, because it is something quite frightening how fast he is. The link for that video is in the description below as well. So have a look and check that out, because it is really worth a minute of your time. And if you thought you were fast, which I thought I was fast on Times Table Rockstars, he really does put you to shame. Okay, so there's your fact of the day. 196 correct answers in 60 seconds. And if you look really carefully whilst you're watching, he is looking at the question that's coming next whilst he's answering the one that's coming. So he just goes over and over and over again. It's incredible. Right, let's get on to our pun for today. What do you call a bee that can't make up its mind? A maybe. Yep. Okay, let's move on. Right, let's get on to our shout-outs. So in class 1, it's a shout out to Elsie. Elsie, you have been coming to school for the last few weeks, and you've sometimes been wearing your Liverpool fleecy. Dad's been proudly wearing his Liverpool shirt as well. Elsie, your favourite part of the day at the moment, as you said to me, was the play to learn. So will you be enjoying that this week? I hope so. And in class 2, it's a shout out to Charlie. Charlie, you've been walking in with a hop, skip and a jump as well. It's been lovely to see you back at school. Very inventive and very imaginative, Charlie. You've been a real great asset back in school recently. In class 3, somebody that we haven't seen for quite some time, but we have been in touch with Mum. Mum is getting in touch with Mr. Flynn very often. So it's been lovely to hear from you, Daniel. And Daniel, I do hope to see you again soon. You're always good fun to chat to, Daniel. In class 4, it's a shout out to Kenzie. Kenzie, we saw you on Zoom accidentally twice last week, if you remember, because once we saw you with class 4, and I think the other time you ran past Archie on the sofa, or passed him by the sofa. So it's been lovely to see you wearing an Everton shirt, because I know you're a big Everton fan. So you did well to hold Liverpool to a 0-0 draw, but how are you handling it in your house that Liverpool have won the league? Are you okay about it? Well, I hope so. All right, and on to class 5, Ashir. Ashir, it was your birthday last week, and you sent us a really lovely picture of your cake. Thank you so much for sending that in, and some really nice pictures of what you got up to. So I'm hopeful that I can add those into assemblies in the next few days or so if I can't get it on today. And finally, Lacey. So Lacey, it's been nice seeing Mum, but we haven't seen you in school obviously for a few weeks. And I'm sure that we'll be getting ready to welcome you back to class 6 as soon as we can in September. Lacey, I bet you were watching Man United at the weekend. They left it pretty late to score that winning goal to send them into the semi-finals. So I bet you were all very happy on Saturday afternoon. Okay, so that's everything for today. Hope you have a terrific day, and I will see you again tomorrow.